Should I keep myself busy when I am hurt?
Any level of emotional or mental suffering needs to be addressed immediately. Otherwise, it can trap you some more. Let's talk about it. A lot of people want to keep busy when they are through stress, emotional or mental stress. And that is actually the worst thing you can do because you're going to bypass your emotional issues and you're going to face them later on in life, maybe at a different level, higher. So, what I suggest, and this has to be a life practice because this is always going to encounter, you're always going to be under some kind of stress, maybe not emotionally and mentally the way you are right now, but stress occurs. And it's a way to learn how to get rid of it, is to stop and address it and see what do you actually need to address. Is an emotional or mental issues connected to relationships? Is it connected to money? Is it connected to a relationship with yourself? What is it exactly that you need to address? Maybe it's a simple word that got you offended. Why? Why you are offended by words? Maybe it's a person. Why that person triggers you? What do you recognize in that person? So, all these things need to be addressed immediately because if you bypass them, sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with it. And we have even a lot of parents who have bypassed their suffering and they woke up with children having those issues at 10 times worse. And their ass is like, why? Why? I don't understand. Why my child doesn't get it? It's because you practically didn't address your problem and you just transfer it to a child that doesn't know what to do with it unconsciously. And this is why it's very important to address any level of suffering, even if it is a minor one, immediately. But for that, you need strategies. You need strategies to understand why you were trapped in that suffering and how to get out of it. And once you have these strategies, you're going to be able to address the problem faster and get out of it easier all the time. It's easier and easier and easier. It took me 7 months to get out of my condition, my depressive condition. And then, don't you think that I've never had problems after that? Well, yes, I did. But I used the same strategies to get out of that. And then it took me only a couple of months to get rid of cancer because it's easier. It becomes easier once you practicing these strategies. Identification is one. What you need to do and have a courage to do it is the second part, and then actually applying to remove yourself from suffering. We like to hide our pain like a cat. And then when they bubble up and they all explode, it's, my God, why did this happen to me? Because we haven't addressed it on time. They were there all along. They were waiting for us to address it. And guess what? They popped out at the most inconvenient time, as usual. As a good lesson. This is why I always suggest don't hide it with coping, with managing, with work, with talking to someone. Resolve it. And if you don't know, we have these strategies at our programs at Anti-Depression Institute. but resolve it. Because you're going to do it 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 times, and then it's going to get easier, and then it's going to take you 5 minutes. I remember one of my mentors who ended up divorced after 15 years. He said, I was depressed for 20 minutes. And everybody looked at him. Really? Yeah. What do you mean you were depressed for 20 minutes? There are people who never got over divorce for like decades. And I've been so much under stress, and I learned how to resolve it so fast that I thought that 20 minutes was a very long time for me to be upset about my divorce. Wouldn't you want, after 15 years of marriage, to be upset for 20 minutes? It's cool. But to get there, you need a lot of practice. And you need exactly how to apply the strategies that work for you. Because there are 4 types of men and 4 types of women in the world. Not every strategy works for each archetype. So, don't fool yourself thinking that hiding from emotional and mental issues is going to get you any. If you want to try that out, you're going to see how it works. Immediately when it comes up, address it. You're going to get better. It's going to be faster, better, and more efficient to regain your life. Because this is what you're going to regain. Your life. For any of the questions you might have, make sure you go to mychallenges.org to get your free answer.